Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Today I'm back in my 2002 17,000 mile SL55 AMG. I thought I'd do a quick update video because I've hit a milestone. I've had this car for 1 year, one whole year. It's mad to think 12 months have gone by. Time really does fly, doesn't it, when you do the same thing over and over again every single day, like a hamster on a wheel. Anyway, I thought I'd do a quick update video. I know you guys like these kinds of videos, where I tell you all the problems I've encountered over the last 12 months. Every single time the ABC suspension's failed, for example. Or how many times it's been recovered on a flatbed. Or, just in general, how bankrupt it's made me. Thinking about it, this might be quite a short video because this car has been utterly, totally reliable. It has been as dependable as gravity. You could really set your watch by this car. It started for me every single time on the key, even if it's been sitting for weeks. I haven't seen a single warning light, only the fuel one, but that's to be expected with a 5.4 litre V8. I try my best to only use it when it's dry, which is probably why I've only done 679 miles in 12 months. Most of the time it's parked in the showroom at work just to stay out of the weather. Here's what it's cost me then to keep this 20-year-old 200 mile an hour Mercedes on the road. The first cost, the cost I encountered most recently, was the £40 to have the MOT test done. Every year here in the UK, cars need to have a test to make sure they're roadworthy. And sure enough, this one passed with no issues whatsoever, so that cost me £40. Next up is the road tax. Now, because this is pre-2006, the road tax on this car is only £330 a year. So add the 330 to the 40, and we are at £370. Next up is the total fuel cost. So let me just try and work this out. I only run it on premium fuel, and that costs around £1.50 a litre. I've done 679 miles, and I've been averaging about 15 miles per gallon. I mainly use it for short trips around town, and I like it most when my foot is on the accelerator, hence 15 miles per gallon. Therefore, it isn't what you'd call economical, but 600 odd miles a year, it doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't matter whether it's 12 miles per gallon, 20 miles per gallon, I'm not doing 20,000 miles a year in it. Let's work it out then. So we've got 679 miles divided by 15 miles per gallon. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. That is 45. So I've used 45 gallons of fuel there or thereabouts. And an imperial gallon here in the UK is £1.50 a litre, and there's 4.5 litres per gallon, so that's about £6.80. About £300 in fuel, roughly. So that's £300 in fuel, £330 on road tax, £40 on MOT, and that's it. I've not broken down, touch wood. I've never had a warning light on, the ABS suspension works, nothing at all. It's been completely reliable. Now, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh, you've only done 679 miles, of course it's going to be reliable. Well, it's a 20-year-old car, so it won't necessarily be reliable because all these parts will still wear out with age. That makes my total spend about £670 to keep a 200 mile an hour 5.4 litre supercharged V8 Mercedes on the road. I think that's good value. Now, because I've done about 679 miles in it, that is about £1 a mile, just under £1 a mile. Not bad going, I don't think. For some reason, that £1 a mile figure I can't seem to get away from. Whether it's a diesel Evoque or a M3 or a Ranger Evoque full fat, my costs always seem to be about £1 a mile. You might be thinking, hang on a minute, you've not included any servicing costs. And you'd be right, I haven't. That's because I haven't had this car serviced. I had a full service done last year, just after I bought it, and I haven't had one done since, because I imagine with 679 miles under its belt, the oil will still be like honey. Therefore, I figured that I could get away with servicing this car just once every 2 years, because I'm just not doing the miles in it, and it would literally be a waste of oil. I think the key to this car's reliability is the fact that 12 months ago when I bought it, I had everything done. I had a full engine service, full gearbox service, full suspension service, new tyres, new brakes. Whatever it needed, it had. And this is always my argument with cars. If you look after them and service them on time, treat them well, run them on proper fuel, you shouldn't have an issue, even on the older, more complex ones. The trouble is most people don't. They run them on a shoestring, don't do the servicing when they should, and then are shocked and outraged when they get a big bill. It just doesn't seem to make sense. Are you ready for this, guys? Oh, yes. I absolutely love this car. I know I keep banging on about it, but £1 a mile to run a car that goes like lightning and sounds like thunder. I don't think that's bad going, really. My only gripe with this car is the ancient infotainment system. I know a couple of years ago, Porsche brought out this new infotainment system that was basically an updated version that would fit and work in their old cars. So anyone with an old 996 or 997 could pay around £2,000 for this new head unit, and you'd get Bluetooth hands-free, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. And I wish Mercedes did a similar thing with this, because I'd definitely buy one. It's the only thing that really lets this car down. The fact that I can't play my music on it unless I've got a CD, and nobody has CDs anymore. And I can't take a call. Actually, that's not true. I can take a call, but it would have to be on this Nokia 6110. I could go straight to Halfords and get some sort of Kenwood head unit that pops out and swivels and tilts and all that sort of stuff, but that would completely ruin the factory look of this car. So for now, until Mercedes pull the finger out, I'm just going to have to live with this. There are worse problems, aren't there? So thank you once again for watching. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done already. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'll leave the link below. If you've got any comments or questions, let me know below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. If you're interested in buying any High Peak merch, then check out the store, www.highpeakstore.co.uk. Cheers guys, I'll see you next time. I'll tell you what, the thermal qualities of this High Peak hat are superb. That was fairly seamless, wasn't it? I was worried that might sound a little bit, a little bit staged, but I think I got away with it. Cheers guys, see you next time.